Hello students, myself Professor Vivek Parikh. In today's lecture we will be going for the iron carbon equilibrium diagram. Now before moving for this chapter, let us know what to mean by an iron carbon equilibrium diagram. Basically in today's world, iron is majorly used in the engineering purposes. So to study in detail about the different phases of the iron has become much important. So for that particular purpose, we have to go for this particular chapter and this diagram that is known as an iron carbon equilibrium diagram. In today's lecture, we will go for how to draw and how to generate an iron carbon equilibrium diagram, because iron at the different phases, at different temperature and percentage of carbon shows many phases. So basically for the iron, we have to study that at which temperature and percentage carbon which phase is going to occur. For that study and for that purpose we are going for an iron carbon equilibrium diagram. So we will be studying how to create, because to generate the iron carbon diagram is very important and very crucial. So we will be going step by step for that particular drawing of that diagram. So the diagram has been divided into 6 parts. So the first part is drawing the rough image of that particular diagram. And before going for that, first of all we have to go for the U-shaped frame. The first thing that we will be going, that is the U-shaped frame we will be drawing. This U-shaped frame, why? Because it is known as a phase diagram. It is one of the phase diagram. That's why phase diagram is always plotted in such a way. Why phase diagram? Phase diagram because iron is not used majorly in its pure form. We are always using it in an alloyed form. Which alloy? Majorly carbon is present in it, up to 6.67%. So for that percentage of carbon and iron, we will be taking it over here. This line indicates percentage of iron, that is 100% of iron. Here there is 0% of carbon. Here there is a 0% of carbon. This line, horizontal line, indicates percentage of carbon. The x-axis indicates percentage of carbon. Here there is 0% carbon, and this line shows you 6.67% carbon. 6.67, basically it is the maximum solubility of an iron, of carbon in an iron, that is 6.67. Why? Because whenever iron is sitting, there is a void or an empty space generated between the two particles of an iron. That is, here if the iron particles are there, there is a void generated over here and the carbon is allowed to sit it over here. So that's why the area in which the carbon is sitting is only limited, and that's why there is 6.67% carbon only is allowed to sit inside that particular thing. So now let us start drawing of an iron carbon diagram. After drawing this U-shaped frame, go for the total 3 horizontal lines. One at the top, which is very small, second bigger than that thing, third one bigger than the second. So in this way, the first thing you have to go, that is the 3 horizontal lines are to be drawn in the diagram. Now, next point. Next what we have to do, take the topmost horizontal line and then plot one point above this line and one point below the point. Take one point above the line, one point below the point. Now what we will be doing? We will be joining the one end of the line with both the points in a curvature type of view. We will be joining the one end with both the points plotted on the y-axis. Now, what we will be doing? Top point is joined with this particular another point. And as you can see, just go over here and extend the line this way. This line is like a bouncing ball. On the ground, when the ball gets bounced, in such a way you have to draw this line in such a way that it should join this point from here to here, and then after bouncing, it will go away. Now, what we will be doing? Take this particular point. We have to go for the cutout diamond of a card, that is in such a way. Diamond of a card. In that way, we have to draw this type of the diamond in this diagram. For that, we require 4 lines, and that 4 lines will be generated. Take a midpoint. Now start joining this point and this point. One line, this point with second horizontal, second to third horizontal, and from third over here. This point should be always remaining between these 2 horizontal lines. That thing we have to keep it in mind. Now after drawing this particular thing, extend the line. Extend your line. After extension, what we will be doing? Joining this point with this extended part. And after that, take this particular line towards the base in such a way that it should not touch the 0 mark. It should not touch your 0 mark. Because here the percentage carbon will be 0.008% carbon. And this is how your iron carbon equilibrium diagram looks like. So your first step, that is the drawing of an iron carbon diagram, is in such a way. So in this way we have to plot the diagram. Now the second part comes of this diagram, indicating the phase, different phases which are there in this particular diagram. Starting with the topmost part, that is liquid. The first part, that is the liquid, the topmost part. And after that, follow this line. After that, follow the 0% line, and the areas beside that thing we have to note it down. That is delta, gamma, alpha. 3 you have to keep it in mind. That is the line nearer to the 0% carbon. Besides that thing, there are 3 regions: delta region, gamma region, alpha region. Now what we have to do? Now we will be plotting another things, another regions. How we will be plotting? Suppose we are going for this particular area. This area is located between the 2 phases, that is austenite, or you can say gamma, and liquid. It is L plus gamma. Okay? Same way we will be plotting the other things. Here this point is in between the liquid region and your delta region. So this region, that is delta plus liquid. Next one, this region is in between delta and gamma. So here there is delta plus gamma region. Now comes this over region. This region is between alpha and gamma. So now we are left with the 3 portions. 1, 2, 3. All the portions we have indicated. Now this line 6.67 is an indication of your cemented. Cemented, that is Fe3C. Iron and carbon in the clubbed form, that is your cementite. So what we will be doing? This line is of the cementite and this line is of your pure carbon, that is pure iron. Now this region is located between liquid and Fe3C. So L plus Fe3C, gamma and Fe3C. Last one, alpha and Fe3C. So in this way we can say that all the phases of the diagram have been plotted out. Now what does this indicate? The different phases. The different phases indicate, that is L stands for liquid iron. Delta stands for delta iron. Gamma stands for austenite phase. Alpha stands for ferrite phase. And Fe3C stands for cementite phase. So these are the different phases which are plotted in this diagram. Just 5 are the different phases which we have plotted inside this diagram. So now your second portion, after plotting, we have named the different phases. Now the third point comes, that is the percentage of carbon we have to plot. We have already having 3 things: 0, 0.008 and 6.67. Now we will be going over for this particular point. This point is located at 0.8% carbon. 0.8% carbon. Next comes over this point. This point is an indication of 2% carbon. Next one. This point is an indication of your 4.3% carbon. So your major carbon lines are 0.008, 0.82, 4.3 and 6.67. This is the third one. Plotting of your percentage carbon in your diagram. Now the fourth part. Fourth part, that is the temperature line. Your temperature line. That is indicated in degrees Celsius. So your y-axis in the diagram is about your temperature, because as we have told that this diagram is in correlation between percentage carbon and the temperature. So that at a particular temperature and percentage carbon, we can able to know about the phase which is present. So now what we will be seeing, the different temperature lines. Starting from the bottom, this line, it is 727 degrees Celsius. Next comes this point, that is 910 degrees Celsius. Next comes 1147 degrees Celsius. Another one that is known as 1400 degrees Celsius. Next comes 1495 degrees Celsius. And the topmost, that is 1539 degrees Celsius. Now you can see the 1539, above that there is a liquid part. So this is pure iron part. So we can say that the melting point of your liquid is 1539 degrees Celsius, because before that thing liquid, after whenever we are coming below 1539, solid states occurs. So that is the reason why we are going for the melting point, that is 1539 of a pure iron. So this was your fourth part of the diagram. Now comes the fifth part, the reactions which are occurring. Now how to indicate the reaction? Reactions are always indicated that wherever you are getting K, the tilted K, right side K or a left side K, that means in such a way, if in a diagram you see such type of the K's, at that point only the reactions occurs. So let us now find out where this K occurs in a diagram. There are three positions where this thing occurs. The first one, that is over here, this position. Here your first reaction occurs, that is known as a peritectic reaction. That is your peritectic reaction. Second one occurs over here. Second reaction, that is known as an eutectic reaction. That is your eutectic reaction. And the third occurs over here. That is known as the third one, eutectoid reaction. That is your eutectoid reaction. So there are three reactions occurring in an iron carbon diagram. First one, peritectic, eutectic and eutectoid reaction. And these reactions we will be discussing in our next lecture about in the detail, that how does this reaction occurs and what are the major things occurring in these reactions. And now the last one, that is the sixth part. After the fifth, there is a sixth part, that is the classification. So classification is based over this particular area. That is because iron is a major contender and we can produce steel and cast iron from this thing. So whenever we are going for over the classification of this particular thing, let us take this point 0.8 to 4.3, 6.67. So it is divided into 0 to 2 and 2 to 6.67 into two major things. 0 to 2 portion is known as a steel portion. If the carbon is present up to 2% in an iron, then that product is called a steel. But if it is there between 2 to 6.6%, it is known as a cast iron. That thing is known as a cast iron. So the particular thing is divided into two parts, steel and cast iron. Now there is also subtype, that 0 to 0.8, 0.8 to 2, 2 to 4.3% and here there is 6.67. So up to 0 to 2 steel, 2 to 6.67 cast iron. Now we will be going for the hyper thing. Here there is known as an hypo because this reaction 0.8 your eutectoid reactions occur. Your 0.8 eutectoid reaction occurs. So what is the name? At 0.8, if it is coming before is written as hypo. So hypo, which reaction occurs? That is eutectoid. And which area is there? That is your steel. That is known as a hypo-eutectoid steel. Same way, afterwards, whatever the region occurs, after 0.8, that is known as a hyper. So this area is known as a hyper. Which reaction occurs at 0.8? Eutectoid. So hyper eutectoid region is steel. Same way over here, 2 to 4.3. Which reactions occurs at 4.3? Eutectic region. Before it is known as a hypo. Reaction occurs that is eutectic. So hypo eutectic cast iron. Same way the thing before this, after that 4.3, that is known as a hyper eutectic cast iron. And in such a way your whole iron carbon diagram has occurred. So basically there are 6 steps. First one, rough drawing of your diagram. Second, labeling of the phase. The third one, that is percentage carbon line. Fourth one, temperature line. Fifth one, the 3 reactions occurring in the reaction of the diagram. And the last one, classification. So in this way, we can draw up the iron carbon equilibrium diagram. And in the next lecture, we will be going for the critical reactions of this diagram. That means these 3 reactions, we will be studying it in a detail. And then the allotropy of an iron, we will be also be discussing in this thing. Before moving that thing, if you are knowing this diagram, then it will be a very easy task for you to understand the other lectures of this particular chapter. So this is how your iron carbon diagram works. Thank you.